Hey guys, this is Emerald5. In a recent video, I showed my new Datapack, Minecraft Version Detector. It can detect the currently running version of Minecraft and put the values in scoreboard. In that video, I mentioned that one of the versions I wasn't able to detect was 1.13.2. It's registered instead as 1.13.1. However, I feel like it should be able to be detected, so instead, I am instituting a challenge for anyone watching this video to try and detect Minecraft 1.13.2 using functions. The goal of this challenge is to set a scoreboard value differently in Minecraft 1.13.1 than in 1.13.2. Some of the functions in this data pack have extra requirements, such as using an entity to check, or not being able to run in the first tick on world load. If there are multiple solutions to this challenge, then the one with the fewest requirements to check 1.13.2 would be the winner. In addition, I prefer some of the requirements over others, such as entities being preferred over blocks because blocks necessarily change the world, whereas entities can be summoned at negative y values and not really affect anything. There's also players in the world, requiring difficulty not to be peaceful, so if you need hostile mobs, and there is delayed, which would mean that the function runs right on world load or when you call the check function, but the version can't be determined for a little bit of time afterwards. I would say that the preferred order from best to worst of requirements would be entities, player, blocks, delayed, and then difficulty would be last. That means that if you had two different solutions, one that checks an entity and one that needs to place a block, the entity function would be preferred. For the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about what I've tried so far and some things that I think might be potential solutions. This is the Minecraft wiki page for 1.13.2. It shows everything that changed in this version. The main changes were some performance improvements, but there were also a bunch of bugs that were fixed in this version. Many of these bugs seem to affect things within the world, such as minecarts behaving differently, mobs walking differently over chorus flowers, and other things as well. But I couldn't make a function to reliably detect them. The closest thing I got was actually not one of these changes. It was a bug that was introduced in Minecraft 1.13.2. This one. Selectors have inconsistent return order. In previous versions, if you did @E to choose a bunch of entities, the entities would execute in order of their age. That is, in order that they were created into the world. So if you summon a cow, and then you summon a pig, and you summon a sheep, they will always run in that order. Starting from 1.13.2, they run in a seemingly random order. However, I couldn't get this working because it only applies after the world is reloaded. Since force load doesn't exist in 1.13.2, I couldn't find a way to forcibly unload the entities, save them to disk, and then reload them to get that random order. Without doing that, they always execute in the same way as 1.13.1. If there is a way to reliably force an autosave in 1.13.1 using functions, then this is a viable solution, but since I couldn't find that way, it's currently broken in my data pack. This is the function that I have for it. It exploits the bug by summoning 15 different area effect clouds, and then it assigns each of them a score from 1 to 15. It will then try to run a certain command that will check if the area effect clouds are running in order of their score. If they are, then it would be in 1.13.1. But if even one of them is off, then that would mean that the order is randomized and it's in 1.13.2. However, because I couldn't get the entities to unload and then reload, they'll always execute in the correct order, so I can't detect for the change in this one. There is another bug in 1.13.2 that seems like it could be very useful for detecting. Spawn eggs do not make sure that an entity is valid for the egg, allowing for arbitrary command execution in certain cases. However, this is a private issue, so we can't actually see what the bug is without being part of Mojang and logging into Jira. If anyone's able to figure out what this is, I think we could get it to work in 1.13.2. But I haven't dug through the code, and I've never actually dug through Minecraft code before, so I'm not sure I can find what the change was for spawn eggs, and just from testing in game, I wasn't able to find it. So I am issuing a challenge in this video. If you can figure out how to reliably detect the difference between Minecraft 1.13.1 and Minecraft 1.13.2, I will add your solution to my data pack and feature you in a video. Unfortunately, I don't have many bigger prizes to offer, but hopefully the challenge itself would be rewarding and fun for anyone who likes to look into this stuff. That should be everything. If you have a submission, leave a comment down below. There are two other versions that I wasn't able to detect, 1.15.1 and 1.16.1. I don't think those are able to be detected, but if you manage to get those as well, then I'd be even more impressed and definitely send me a link to that as well. Thanks for watching, and good luck!